Um, Would everyone please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, you can. You may be seated. Thank you all for your attendance today at this very special occasion. We are all so proud of the accomplishments of the senior class of 2019. It is my distinct pleasure at this time to introduce to you the Superintendent of Springdale Schools, Dr. Jim Rollins.
It's really a good feeling up here. Smiles all around. Let's see your best smile. Graduates, moms and dads, friends, big smile, everybody. Right, left, big smile. Got it? I really believe this is the largest graduation crowd we've had. Thank you all for being here. We're so pleased, so very proud you're here to support our graduates. Graduates, will stand one more time, if you will. You can be seated. This really is special. We want you to have a very good time. I want you to also understand, and I know you do, what a great event this really is. These young people have made the decision to give their best effort. They've made a decision to earn their high school diploma. They've learned so much in the process. They have a great future in front of them. Moms and dads, thank you for being partners with us. I would tell you, I don't think we could do this by ourselves. But I'd very quickly say we haven't had to, because each of you are right there with us, supporting, encouraging our graduates this evening, and this is a culmination of a lot of work. Dr. Davis, thank you so much for your leadership. I want to thank the entire staff, our assistant principals, our counselors, our support team, and I want to save the very best salute for the last. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, help me thank the great teachers of the Archer Learning Center for the work they've done. Teachers, we are so proud of you. I know these students are so appreciative of you. I know you've been there with them every step of the way, and it shows. All you have to do is talk to these students, and they want to talk about their teachers and what a support system you've been for them. So again, thank you. Graduates, you've done an excellent job. You stayed the course. You did not give up when you could have. You did not give up when others did. The lessons of perseverance that you've learned through this process will serve you well in life. So just build on that and grow it and understand that's a part of life itself. There's pushes and pulls all along the way. You've endured some and you've overcome it. There will be pushes and pulls tomorrow and next week and in the future, but you know how to contend with those pushes and pulls, and you know how to make the decisions that get you to a very good place like you're in this evening. You've shown the world that you have what it takes to be successful. You have inside you what it takes to do great things. You have inside you what it takes to build a great life for you and your family and all of those that you will influence. So again, congratulations, I think, is the message of the evening from all of us. So we're here tonight celebrating your learning. The high school diploma is really a milestone in all of our lives. And you've achieved that, and we're so very proud of you for doing it. There's so many messages in that lesson, however, and I want to make those a part of my conversation with you tonight. You know now that the real success that you've had to get you to this point turns on your commitment to learn. That same commitment will be required as you pursue continued education or as you pursue your careers or both. Lifelong learning it's real. And all of us, everyone in this room, has to understand that and deal with it in our own way. So now the decision might be, what are my next steps? Will I go directly into the workplace? Will I work in a few days or weeks here? Will I prepare to go on to continue my schooling, if you will? I hope many of you will plan to be teachers. We need you so very much. You may choose to be a craftsman. You may choose to be an artist. You may choose to be a police officer. You may choose to be a doctor. There are so many options that are available to you. And as I've already said, you know now that you can do it. You know that the good stuff, what's inside, is there, and all you have to do is grow it and build on it, etc. I like to think about and talk about myself, and I used this illustration for our graduates last year, and I like it. I want to do it again. And I would just call it the 15-minute rule. It's a very simple rule of life. So many of your moms and dads understand it fully. So just be thoughtful about it. As you look at going into the workplace, my encouragement would be to get there early. Let's just use 10 minutes as a reference point. If you're to start at 8, get there at least by 7:50. Let those whom you're working with know that you're interested in the job. And then we can talk about what you do during the course of the day, but in terms of the 15-minute rule, if that work day concludes at 4, you stay to 4:05. 15 minutes extra every day. The whole point is to let your fellow workers, to let your supervisors, to let your employers know that you're committed. And I think that's really important. So be thoughtful about that. Here's what I hope you're thinking. And I'm going to read this because it's really powerful. I wrote it. Here's what I hope you're thinking. I'll rise to the top in whatever job I do. I'll rise to the top. I'll be the best worker they've ever had. When the layoffs come, I won't be one of them. I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm committed to working for it. I don't want anybody to give me anything. I'm a Springdale School District graduate. I'm a graduate of the Archer Learning Center. I will earn my way. I will live a quality life that I can be proud of. I'll live a quality life that my family can be proud of. I live a quality life that my friends, my teachers, my principal can be proud of as well. I know that continued learning is the key to a quality and purposeful life. I've had a good beginning, but I have only commenced to learn. Does that make sense to you? If it makes sense, graduates, raise your hand. It's a simple but profound and powerful formula for success. It's a formula that's respected by everyone in the room. It's a formula that you will respect over time. So I encourage you to be thoughtful about that, to think that way. I can assure you everyone in the room today is here to celebrate with you and to encourage you. And I especially want to thank the Springdale School Board members who are here on the stage with me. I hope you know them. They've been to your school. They've had lunch with many of you. I can assure you their interest is in you. And along with your parents, I can assure you that they too are excited and pleased, just as I am, to see you accomplish this level of achievement. I would ask my board to stand as you're introduced. Mr. Kevin Owenby is our president. Ms. Michelle Cook is our vice president. Mr. Randy Hutchinson is our secretary-treasurer. The remaining members of our board are Ms. Debbie Creek, Mr. Nick Emerson, Mr. Mike Luttrell, Mr. Eddie Ramos. Board, thank you for all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, these board members are community servants at the highest order. And again, board, thank you. We deeply appreciate you. It's my hope that I have thanked our students, recognized our students, our administration, our teachers, our support staff, our school board. And parents, I want to save my last comments for you. I want to thank you for being a part of these young people's education. I want to thank you for being there for them all along the way. And then I want to take just a little different vantage point. We have 23,000 young people in our district. From my chair, I want to thank you for being there for the children of the Springdale school system and for the district as a whole. Your partnership helps make the school system what it is today. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank our parents for all they do for us. Tonight is a very special night. We are making memories that will stay with these young people and with their families over time. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Rollins. Maria Wraith is the founding executive director of Arkansas United, a nonprofit based in Springdale that empowers immigrants and their communities through rights advocacy and closing services gaps. Founded in 2012, Arkansas United boasts a network of more than 200 immigrant organizers in 17 communities across Arkansas and operates 7 regional immigrant resource centers. Ms. Wraith spent the first 14 years of her career in the field of international political development and working across 5 continents with nonprofits and the UN to engage marginalized communities in democratic processes. She was the first Latina appointed to the Arkansas State Board of Education and the youngest chairperson in the state history. She also serves on the board of directors for NASBE, the Fair Immigration Reform Movement, NPNA, and the National Immigration Forum. And amongst her recognitions, she received the White House Cesar Chavez Champions of Change Award in 2013. It is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Mireya Ray.
Thank you. Good evening. Buenas noches. So who's feeling a little hot tonight? Can you raise your hand? Who's a little hot? The reason I say that, and graduates, class of 2019, the reason I say that is you may not remember exactly what I say tonight or what anyone's exactly said. You may not even remember every aspect of tonight and this moment, but I hope you will remember that you felt warm because your family, your community, the leaders of this district, everybody wants to be here tonight to fill this auditorium to celebrate all of you. So can we have another applause for our class of 2019? And where tonight is certainly a celebration, tonight is also a moment in a journey. This is not a start, this is not an end, but we know that you all fought extremely hard to get to this moment and this crossing in your journey. And where it's not gonna be a surprise what I'm gonna say next, it may frustrate some of y'all, because I know you are ready to graduate and get out of here. But your journey is far from over. And my advice to you, class of 2019, in moments like this, you have to celebrate, but you also have to find some quiet and space to reflect. Because it was a culmination of moments and decision and hard work that got you here. And for what is ahead, and where I promise, this is one of many moments that you are going to get to celebrate in your life. We know that all of you had to endure some tough times, some downs, some challenges to get here. And I'm here to say there will be more challenges. That's why we call it a journey. But if we can take a moment to take a step back and reflect, and really own the lessons that we've learned and the wisdom that you fought hard to get here, that maybe we can take something along with us in that journey that makes it a little bit easier and makes us appreciate it a little bit more. So in getting ready for tonight, I was truly grateful to find some quiet and space myself, which is sometimes a little hard to do when you work in politics in the States. But I am really grateful that you all gave me that chance, because there's a few tips and tools that I really want to unpack for you tonight for your journey. And to do that, I want to reflect a little bit for you on my journey and some of the things I learned, because there was a lot of moments in my life that would have kept me from standing here today. So please don't hold this against me, what I'm going to share right now, but I'm actually from Fayetteville, graduated from the Fayetteville Public School System. Go Purple Dogs for anyone that has family and relatives in Fayetteville. But I sat where you sat. I sat where you sat. The daughter of a Mexican immigrant and a Marine who met in Mexico. And I have to say, neither one knew each other's language. And they fell in love using a dictionary, because sorry, y'all, back then there were not smartphones. There was no translations. And it was just the hard work of getting to know each other and trying to find common ground and understanding. But they found love. And they had the opportunity to come back here to the United States and to start a family and to start a home. But I have to say that in that process, it was a time when there weren't people that looked like us that were living here in Arkansas. I grew up down the road in Fayetteville when I had no other classmates that identified as Mexican or Mexican American. And as a child, there wasn't English as a second language. That was new. They didn't have to do that for anybody. And so instead of getting to study and learn the alphabet with all of my classmates in school, I got sent to a trailer out back, where every single time I mispronounced a word, I got hit with a ruler. And the kids, I know, and the kids, when they see the system treat you differently, sometimes so do the kids, right? And my nickname all through school was Mexican Monkey. And the reason they called me that, as I came to learn, was because they identified my family, my people, as less than human. They actually spread the rumors that they would get diseases if they came to my house to play. And I had a whole lot of reasons to hate school. And I did horribly my first year of school. And I begged my parents after that first year of school, please do not send me back. But then I had a phenomenal teacher, Mrs. Menike, in the 2nd grade, who did not see me as a special needs child, but saw me as a child like every single child that walked through that classroom and knew how much I feared that trailer. And instead of sending me and separating me from the other kids, every single day she took me home after school, my sister and I, and gave us a special tutoring that we needed so that we too could master the English language. And thanks to Mrs. Menike, I fell in love with school. I fell so much in love with school, I made straight A's that year, and I never stopped making straight A's until I became the first Latina valedictorian of Fayetteville High School. And despite all the efforts of those kids to make me feel different as a little kid, when it was time to go to college, when it was time to think about what's next, I was actually recruited by colleges specifically because I was a Mexican American from Arkansas. I had college admissions call me and say, the students in our campus need to know your story. They need to know that there are people like us here in Arkansas adding value to our state and our schools. And they wanted me to bring that to my campus. And they wanted the Arkansas story too, because they believed that it was important that if we really are challenging our kids to be the best, then they need to know every state, every story in this country. And so when I was there, I was grateful that I had the opportunity to dive into my passion, which is still my passion today. And again, forgive me here, but it's politics. And I know that's a strange thing to say in this day and age, but I'll say the reason I fell in love with politics was because of the potential of politics. The potential of these individuals that with one vote, they can change the life of thousands, if not millions of people for the better. And as a little girl in Mexico, my aunts used to say to me, look at the politicians. Mija, does any of them look like you? And she was right. It didn't matter if I was in Mexico or here in the United States. Our politicians don't tend to look like the majority of our population. And she spent that seed in me. She put that seed in me that what if our politicians looked like all of our population? What if we brought all of these perspectives to the table? Imagine what would be possible. And that's a possibility that I got to explore in college and later on with the first part of my career. Because much to my parents' surprise, I actually got a job getting paid to travel the world and to be able to fight for diversity and democracy and politics everywhere. And I was actually heading to Afghanistan, where I was going to help women candidates run for office for the first time when I got the call. I got the call that my dad was sick back here in Arkansas, and I didn't think about it twice. I could not be halfway around the world when my dad needed me, and I knew I needed my dad. And where I came back in the hopes to be able to help him fight cancer, unfortunately, I came here to bury my father and to grieve with my family. But who is here to receive me with open arms? But you all, the community of Arkansas. Because when I landed in that airport, I was greeted in Spanish. I actually asked the person who greeted me, did I land in the right place? This cannot be Arkansas. I must have taken the wrong plane. But they said, no, you're in the right place. Since you've left, we've seen lots of changes here. And when I got back, I was asked to actually help rally the Hispanic vote in our state for the first time, to really carry voice under a promise at that time that we were going to accomplish the DREAM Act for our dreamers, our undocumented students who we too wanted to have access to higher education. Unfortunately, in 2010, our Arkansas politicians did not let that happen, but our dreamers still showed up. Our Arkansas dreamers showed up, and even though in that one vote they were failed by their politicians, do you know what they said? Mireya, we're not ready to give up in Arkansas. We believe in Arkansas. We believe that we're Arkansans, and we have to believe that in showing up, our politicians are going to do the right thing. And that's when we made a commitment. If our Arkansas dreamers were going to show up for Arkansas, gosh darn it, we wanted to make sure Arkansas showed up for our dreamers. And that was the night we founded Arkansas United, and that ever since, this decade-long journey of being able to build an immigrant movement that collectively together has doubled the Hispanic and Asian vote twice. We have seen ushered in our first Latinx and Asian into local office. I was able to serve state office and have that humbling privilege here in Arkansas. And guess what? This last session, we finally achieved the DREAM Act in the state legislature, and now 10,000 more students in this state are going to be able to pay in-state tuition when they go to college. In Arkansas, where there is so much to celebrate in that journey, I will say that there are folks that still don't trust the change and are still afraid of some of the diversity and the changing face of our states. And unfortunately, just as we ushered in amazing legislation this last session, we also ushered in the worst of our anti-immigrant legislation that this state has known. And remember, as a kid, my nickname was Mexican Monkey. And I heard our legislators in this session equate Mexicans to cattle that carry diseases. They said this in public in front of our legislature. And none of our elected officials down there said, no, you can't do that in this state. And for a brief moment, I had to ask myself, after 3 decades, have we made progress? Have we made progress from monkey to cattle? Or do we still have work ahead? And where I do believe there's work ahead, I am here to say Springdale, Arkansas, yes, progress has been made. Because I am standing here today because 2 governors said we needed diverse voices in office. I'm standing here today because your own school district leadership said we need diverse voices to talk to our students. I'm standing here today because individuals here in this state saw a potential in me that I did not see in myself. I never thought I'd be a leader. I thought my job was to inspire others to do that. But you all, Arkansas, saw that in me. And so in that journey, in that reflection, I have 3 pieces of advice I'd like to share with you, students, class of 2019. First, I have a piece of life advice for you. We still have to have some uncomfortable conversations in this state and in this country. And I want to encourage you, class of 2019, don't shy away from those uncomfortable conversations. We need to have them. We got to lean into the discomfort, but please don't do it by social media. Let's please do it in person and have real talk with real people. And let's not bring judgment to the table when we do that, but actually give a chance to meet people where they're at and try and understand why they see the world the way they do. My piece of advice for you in education, don't stop here. Being on the State Board of Education, I can tell you, only 48% of our students go on to college, and only 22% of us in this state have bachelor's degree. And where I know the bachelor's degree is not the end-all be-all, it is an equalizer in helping our communities like ours that may have not always been given chances, to have a chance and to become equal and with respect and have the opportunity at making decisions with the rest of the state. And I hope some of you consider that as part of your journey, if not now, down the road. but also because I am a community organizer, and that is the identity that I celebrate the most after all these years, I have to make a call to action. And I know many of you are about to turn 18, if you're not 18 already, and if you are 18 or when you turn 18, please register to vote. We need you voting and engaged in our communities, just like you're engaged in your schools and your families. We're ready for you. So please become informed and become voting. So as you finish and continue with this journey, so finish today and go on with your journey, please let it be a journey with vision and hope. But also in this journey, I encourage you all, find your village. None of us do this alone. And in this and if this room is any testament, you all are not alone. But life is so much more enjoyable when you can find those with whom you want to strive and accomplish great things with. But also, don't be afraid of risks. There is no such thing as a straight line in this journey. And don't be afraid to challenge yourself and be the best that you can be. And I promise, I just, a couple years ago, got to my 20th high school reunion. And so my hope for you all, when you get to your 20th high school reunion, is if you can look back. And again, it's not about perfection. It's not about a straight line, but that you all can be proud of the journey that you have taken, that you did the best you could, that you learned, that you lived, and that you are continuing to put yourself out there for the world. And I promise you, class of 2019, if you're proud of your journey, we in Arkansas, your community, we're going to be proud of you too. So, my best wishes to you on your unique and special journey. I hope I get to cross paths with you again. And who's ready to graduate? All right. Again, muchas felicidades. Congratulations. Como tata?
Well, I think we're to the point you've all been waiting for. I want to remind all families at this time, we hope that you will celebrate your graduate, but we also hope that you'll be respectful of the other names that are being called so that all names can be heard. We want every family to be able to enjoy this moment. So at this time, school board, Dr. Rollins, family, friends, I present to you the graduating class of 2019.
Jorge Alessandro Quijada, Jr. Jose Munuve. Fernando Ortiz. Christian Herrera. Myra Barroso Martinez. Angela Helti Lala Jakar. Palin Poki Caesar. Louisa Minor. Princess Talia Akau. Christian Martinez. Paola Delgado. Martha Joseph Ebon. Faith Starr. Nadine Kiola Timos. Christine Tetika Valentine. John Atu Silk. Veronice Barroso. Aaliyah Capel. Pedro Barroso. Daisy Delgado. Ashley Anne Marie Bockham. Jorge Alvarado Alvarez. Christiane Samuel. Hertha Kinneball. Leilani Nani Lokat. Christy Almaguer. Namin Jolikip. Maria Rodriguez. Richard Salcedo. Paulina Bungatak. Hunter Looper. Victor Mendez. Elsa Yesenia Trejo. Tamra Bujin. Yvette Rodriguez. Gloria Moreno. Finnegan Gonzalez. Johan Hernandez. Angel Meza. Angel Camacho. Michael Tuck. Jairo Calderon. Ray Alvarez. Fernando Barroso. Armando Rodriguez. Jeremy Nathaniel Minnick. Mike. Senator Anitak. Allison Candle. Ryan Latrick. Aaron Edgeme. Darson Runa Kiona Lalamo. Marche Marmar Langbada. Jonathan Jacob Cabral. Christina Salgado. Ashley Nicole Aura. Natalie Guadalupe Aldaco. Aldair Gutierrez. Joji Bin. Anthony Barron. Jacob Johnson. Dylan Shigley. Gabriel Harwood. Chase Julian. Juana Isabel Barrientos. Miley Flora Bayasha. Daisy Lakatrick. Diego Fidel Lopez Martinez. Lorena Cardenas. Kimberly Osorio. Clarissa Lobaton. Tiffany Amanda Grigg. Delson Rivera. Barbara HAR-BER Vallovinos. Francisco Torres. Eric Gonzalez. Haley Marie Botroff. Maxine Bunlick. Sophia Gigi Micah. Rickson Phillip. Kesman Kayas. Ediana McWelling. Licto Napkin. Dorcas Langenbellick. Jamiko Juju Ani. Marlena Guerrero. Jose Rodriguez. Austin Cagle. Piper Nelson. Brielle Marie Nelson. Armand Luther. Estela Guadalupe Lestesma Luque. Eduardo Bravo Gonzalez. Leslie Cruz. Haley Goodman. Dejan Monet Moro. Yasmin Antonia Rocha Rodriguez. Arisbeth Vasquez Sanchez. Catherine Michelle Guevara. Axel Javier Vasquez de los Santos. Vanessa Lizeth Ramirez. Daryl DJ Longbada. Iverson Medina. Leon Kabuk Rooney. Brandon Lee Maida. Ana Ramirez. Elijah Birch. Magdalene Edwin. Gloria Aiko Lang. Victoria Grace Royal Lalimo. Casey Medina. Jaden Moffitt Cornelius. Wee Wee Ah. Alexis Alvarado. Deborah Joni Catil.
Oh, I am a swift wind sweeping the country. I am a river down in the valley. Oh, I am a vision and I can see clearly. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it, I'm the world's greatest, and I'm that little bit of hope when my back's against the road, and I can feel it, I'm the world's greatest.
I am a giant, I am an eagle, oh, I am a lion down in the jungle. I am a marching band, I am the people, oh, I am a helping hand, I am a hero. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, hey, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it, hey, I made it. World's greatest. Oh, I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the ropes, I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest. Oh, I'm that star up in the sky, I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. Yes, I made it. World's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the rope, and I can feel it. Yes, I feel it. World's greatest.
World's greatest!
Thank you, performers, and thank you, Mr. McWilliams, for directing that group. Let's give them another hand. Well, guys, we're at the very end of our time here together. I just want to say a couple things before we conclude. Parents, first of all, I'd just like to say to you, thank you so much for entrusting your child to us in Springdale Public Schools. We appreciate and have enjoyed getting to know them, and we are very excited to know what happens next for them. So thank you so much to all the parents. Graduates, I'll speak to you specifically. I've said this a couple times, and I'll say it again. I know that today is the ending of your academic journey, but today is not the end. You will always be Archer family. Yes. You will always be Archer family. And guys, if you ever need us, you know where to find us. I wish you the best as you go forth with the rest of your lives. Thank you again for everyone being here tonight. This is such a great thing. I love and I'm excited about all of the people in this room. I love that Miss Ray said, it's hot in here because there's so many people here. And guys, that's for you. So graduates, will you please stand? School board, Dr. Rollins, all the family, friend, and guests, I present to you the graduates of 2019.